Hope you all are good and doing well in your life. So I'm back with the another video that is related to module 14. So module 14 day 1, that is attitude for success. And once you will be done with this module, there will be a lesson that will be all about a rural facilitator, that how a rural facilitator works, how can you apply for it, how can you become a rural facilitator. तो वो सारी वीडियो मैंने वो सारा कंटेंट मैंने ऑलरेडी अपनी पुरानी वीडियो में कवर कर रखा है, तो उस वीडियो का लिंक मैं पिन कमेंट में डाल दूंगी। तो उस वीडियो के लिए प्लीज़ पिन कमेंट वाली वीडियो देख लेना, दैट हाउ टू बिकम अ रूरल फैसिलिटेटर, क्योंकि वंस यू विल बी डन विद दिस मॉड्यूल आपकी फैसिलिटेटर आपको वही बताने वाले हैं अबाउट द रूरल फैसिलिटेटर। ठीक है, तो उसके लिए वो वीडियो देख लेना। विदाउट एनी फर्दर अडू लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द मॉड्यूल 14 डे 1, दैट इज एटीट्यूड फॉर सक्सेस। So there will be one video that will be related to secret study tips for competitive exam. If you are preparing for any of the competitive exam now, believe me, this module is going to be very helpful for you. Modular goals you can read from the book. I'm not going to read it. And weekly points, daily task you already know. This time the daily task you will get 15 points for the daily task, 5 points for attendance, 5 points for completion of your task and activities, and 5 points for the participation also. And the contest points are also mentioned, 20 points for skit presentation and 20 points for checklist completion. Okay, so let's go ahead with the question of the day, that is, what qualities and capitals do students who do well in the competitive exam they demonstrate? All of us aspire to be successful in our life by being a doctor, engineer, or a teacher, etc. To get admittance into a valued program, a candidate needs to perform in the top percentile in a qualifying exam. If successful, they would need to demonstrate their suitability at a personal interview and through a group discussion. Some institutions, they may also require a physical examination. So as we know that India is a very populous country where youth take their academics very seriously. It is very common for the students to try multiple times to get into the institution of their choice. Some students, they study long hours all year round with the sole purpose of cracking UPSC, medical exam, MBA exams, etc. It is therefore difficult for non-committed students to get admittance into programs or colleges. However, planning and hard work it make it possible to succeed in competitive exam, as almost half of the students who appear do so without a plan. So in the next few lessons, you will be getting introduced by the some ways that will help you to organize yourself and prepare for the competitive exams. That's why I feel that this module is highly helpful. So in this module's contest, you will understand how you can successfully prepare for any competitive exam without enrolling into coaching institutes. This is a research-based module designed to help the students understand the information that is available on the internet and how they can use it for their own success. During the module, students will be required to research relevant information and record it in their student activity book. On day 5, they will complete a checklist which will form a basis of their contest points. On day 4, every house will be expected to perform a skit which can potentially earn them 20 points. So on day 4 you have to perform a skit, and on day 5 you have to complete a checklist. For 20 points you will get for checklist and 20 points you will get for skit. Okay, then you are supposed to read an article. It will be all about 5 things to avoid while preparing for competitive exam. Okay, it will basically highlight the common mistakes which students make while they are in the preparation phase. Then I think we all know that every candidate faces unique challenges or problems in their preparation towards competitive exams. These challenges may be similar to in addition to some of the examples given in the article. So you have to take a glance over the article and you will get so many insights what I feel that. After that, you are supposed to watch an interview with Dr. Himanshu Gupta where he talks about some study practices that allowed him to get one of the top 10 ranks at Maulana Azad Medical College entrance exam and rank 62 in NEET PG. So after that, there will be two parts of this video. And there will be another video that is all about 7 secret study tips for competitive exam. Then you will form a circle to discuss the personal attributes suggested by Dr. Himanshu Gupta, all about group discussion, nothing more. After that, there will be points for discussion. Sorry, I think, yeah. So the first point for discussion, that will be making sacrifices. So the facilitator will ask questions that what sacrifice have you made or you are willing to make to achieve your career objective? You have to provide any anecdotal evidence also to justify your response. Second question is, what level of discipline and commitment do you think you will have to display in order to overcome identified challenges? You can be reminded of Mr. Deepak Chopra's philosophy that 1 year of hard work and sacrifice can make dreams come true. So students, they must have to perceive their dreams through the power of self discipline. Hundreds of thousands of students aspire to become teacher, bank executive, policeman, etc., and they compete for a few thousand seats. Without self discipline and sacrifice, the chance of success are very, very low. So the first point you will discuss, that is making sacrifices. The second point you will discuss, that is maximizing the effort. Dr. Himanshu Gupta, he talks about an investment of 10,000 hours as a benchmark for becoming an expert. So the question you can be asked, that is, individually consider and calculate how many hours of study time can they invest to crack the entrance exam of the college or program of their choice. Or the second question is, what sacrifices did you consider in their calculation and whether the number is adequate based on Dr. Himanshu Gupta's advice? It is very important for you to think of your daily routine while calculating the amount of preparatory time you may have and consider which tasks are not important and can be sacrificed to build your future. You should also consider the challenge that you may face while eliminating the not so important task and the type of conversation you need to have with your family to help you through this challenging journey. Okay, this is all about, I don't think see anything else. Yeah, Dr. Himanshu Gupta, when you will watch that video, he said that do what you can do. So the question related to it will be that what does this advice of Dr. Himanshu Gupta mean to you? Question I am directly reading from the handbook. Okay. So what does this advice of Himanshu Gupta mean to you and what can you do to be prepared for the competitive exam in a timely manner? Okay. So most of the students or aspirants, they talk about the need of coaching and not having the financial resources to enroll in a coaching program. However, information about exam dates, skills that are assessed and learning resources that are available on the internet and easily accessible. This will allow you to plan your next step. Online portals like Amazon sell preparatory books for all types of competitive exams for few hundred rupees, which is much cheaper than coaching classes. Okay, then there will be a article in the student workbook part C. It is all about how to speak to people, and it will be highly helpful for you to understand the do's and do nots of networking. You will discuss over networking also. Okay, so once you are done with the article, you will be back with the house members and then you will discuss few questions. The questions I am not going to read it, it is all related to articles. Okay, then we can go ahead with the day 2, that is early bird gets the worm. Early bird gets the worm. On this day you will watch 2 videos, 7 secret study tips for competitive exam part 2 and part 3. Okay, let's go ahead with the question of the day, that is, what habits have they developed and hope to develop to persevere towards achieving academic excellence? So inspiration and motivation, they provide a good foundation to start something, but it cannot be relied upon when the challenges come. When faced with difficulties, determination and persistence, they are better guides. So we'll discuss over it. Okay. Pardon me. Then once you will be done watching the video that is all about secret study tips for the competitive exam, then the point of discussion it will be strong or motivation. Be strong, motivation. So Dr. Himanshu Gupta, he tells us that motivation are of two types, positive and negative. So you are supposed to share some stories on when you tapped into positive motivation to accomplish a goal, or you have to share the story when you tapped into the negative motivation to accomplish a goal. Okay, all about motivation. Human performance it relies on motivation. While some motivation can come from external sources like acknowledgement and applause, longer lasting motivation has to be intrinsic. Motivation doesn't last forever, after a while it gets tired. It is important to keep the embers of motivation burning by visualizing the effect of success and impact of failure, and to celebrate each small success. Then the second point you will discuss, that is power of planning. I think you know power of planning, okay? So the facilitator might ask you that if you are in the habit of making daily study plans to keep up with your academic goals in school or college, whether you agree or disagree with Dr. Himanshu Gupta that study plans allow a person to accomplish more than if they had not made a plan. There another point of discussion will be start early, because Dr. Himanshu Gupta says in the video that all men are created equal. Some work hard in pre-season. So what does he mean by this statement? Or based on your career aspirations, when will you start preparing for the competitive exam? See, there is no better time to start than now. Yesterday we heard Dr. Himanshu Gupta talks about studying for 3000 hours, 10 hours each day for 300 days. Another way to put in the same effort is to give yourself a larger preparation time frame by starting now. This is what he is referring to when he talks about pre-season. Okay. Then the another point of discussion will be persistent. Dr. Himanshu Gupta advises us that we should be persistent and consistent in our efforts to do well. Okay, and I feel that persistence is the quality of continuing towards your goal irrespective of hardships you are facing. There will be times that you do not understand the concept that you are studying. At other times, your pace will be slower than what you had anticipated. Do not get disheartened, but continue working through adversity to achieve your goals. Success comes to those who persevere. Okay, and the module contest name is Chalk the Talk Contest. Chalk the Talk. Quite different name. Na? In this module, you will be expected to create a robust study plan that will guide you preparation for the entrance exam and other assessment for the occupation of your choice. The plan should be smart and should provide you with ample time to put in the number of hours to have a reasonable chance of success. You should incorporate the advice given by Dr. Himanshu Gupta and other concepts learned in the module. Okay, we are done with the day 2. Let's go ahead with the day 3. That is understanding the play field. You will watch 4 videos. The first video will be how to study smart. Second video will be how I manage my time. Third video will be preparing for verbal ability and reading comprehension. Fourth point will be preparing for group discussions. Okay, the question of the day is, where is the question of the day? Yeah, you are supposed to reflect on the challenges that you had to overcome during the journey with FEA and how they were able to overcome those challenges. So what were the challenges you faced while in the journey of FEA and how you overcame from those challenges? It is very important to highlight and celebrate the victories, either big or small, and become aware of your strengths, weaknesses, and responses to events. Developing an understanding of self and circumstances, it will enable you to foresee and prepare for the future challenges. One such challenge will be getting a good job to realize your life goals. Employers they look for qualified candidates from reputable educational institutions that select and put their candidate through the rigors of learning and developing skills for the workplace. Okay, there will be a house activity where you are supposed to prepare or present a skit. See, you have to understand that internet is a very valuable resource that provides the guidance on day-to-day problems. The internet also offers solution or best practices on what a student can do to be successful in the competitive exam by referencing the experiences of expert and people who themselves have been successful in the endeavor. Okay, so you are supposed to prepare the skit. So every house they will be provided a scenario and a video with the possible solution. Each house will be expected to create an engaging skit that will conclude in assisting a student resolve the assigned problem. तो एक स्किट तैयार करना है जहाँ पे एक प्रॉब्लम होगी और आपको उसका सॉल्यूशन देना होगा, ठीक है. टॉपिक्स ऑफ स्किट आई हैव मेंशन्ड हियर. Okay, I have not mentioned. Fine, I am going to read it then. Please listen it carefully. Mariana Trench team. You are supposed to watch the video that is how to study smart. Scenario है that you are a grade 11th student who is appearing for a competitive exam after grade 12th. आप 11th क्लास के स्टूडेंट हो जो कि कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में अपियर करोगे आफ्टर 12th क्लास. You have 2 years to prepare, but you are concerned about your ability to find extra time to study given the school workload and pressure to do well in grade 12. यूट्यूब रिसोर्स मैंने बता दिया. द वीडियो विल बी हाउ टू स्टडी स्मार्ट. आप 11th क्लास में हो, 12th के बाद आप एक कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम देने वाले हो. आपके पास 2 साल है प्रिपरेशन के, पर आप कहीं ना कहीं बिजी हो अपने स्कूल के वर्कलोड को मैनेज करने में और 12th क्लास में अच्छे नंबर लाने में. तो आपका मेन फोकस एरिया है फाइंडिंग द एक्स्ट्रा टाइम फॉर स्टडी. ठीक है, ये है प्रॉब्लम. इसका सॉल्यूशन आपको ढूंढना है वाया स्किट. स्किट के जरिए आपको प्रेजेंट करना है. वाया दिस वीडियो यू हैव टू फाइंड द सॉल्यूशन एंड देन प्रेजेंटेशन का वे स्किट है. टीम ऑरोरा बोरियलिस. आई नेवर नो हाउ टू प्रोनाउंस इट. टीम ऑरोरा आई विल से. सो आपके लिए यूट्यूब रिसोर्स है हाउ आई मैनेज माई टाइम एंड द सिनेरियो इज you are a final year bachelor's student and wish to take the MBA entrance exam in November or December. You have been diligently studying for the past 6 months, but you need to be more productive during your planned study time. ठीक है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा explanatory है. I don't think so I have to explain anything. Team Grand Canyon. YouTube resource होगा preparing for verbal ability and reading comprehension. Scenario है you are working as an executive in a local retail outlet and have joined FA to improve your confidence and spoken English. Next year you plan to sit for a competitive exam and will be assessed on your reading comprehension and grammar proficiency. You wish to be better prepared and would like advice on how to study for the assessment. Team Great Barrier Reef. YouTube resource है preparing for group discussion. You have recently completed your education and are looking for a job. You understand that the employment process has a group discussion round. You would like to know how you can excel in group discussion and what evaluators are looking for. Scenarios काफ़ी ज़्यादा self-explanatory है, that's why I'm not explaining. But if you have any doubt, drop down the query in the comment section. I do read comment section very diligently, so I will reply it for sure. Okay. Nothing more. You will be getting to know about the few reliable sources like government website, university portals, reputed coaching programs to gather the information. Okay, nothing more. We can go ahead with the day 4, that is overcoming personal challenges. You are supposed to watch 3 videos. The first video is top 10 free online resources to help you crack CAT exams. The other 2 videos are part 2 and part 3 of this video. Okay, let's go ahead with the question of the day. What information should a self-directed learner have before starting their preparation process? What information should a self-directed learner have before starting their preparation process? Students proposing to appear for the entrance exam, they should familiarize themselves with some basic information before they immerse themselves into preparation. This information includes awareness of the exams to be taken, resources and support available on the internet, personal challenges and obstacles to be overcome. Students who attend coaching classes, they are perceived to have an advantage as their learning experiences are curated for them. Students who direct their own learning experience, they have to be more disciplined and organized. Yes. Then there will be an excitement, and the facilitator will share the intent of the module is to bridge the gap by reducing the advantage of coaching institute over a self-curated learning experience. With careful research, discipline and planning, the advantages of coaching classes can be completely eliminated. Okay. Then every house has to present their skit. While the students are presenting their skit, the facilitator will be having a skit rubric to evaluate the performance, and they will provide the feedback. Okay, we have rubric in every contest. I think that is fine. After that, there will be few topics for discussion. The first one will be finding the basic study resource for the current year. The second one will be concept resources on the internet. Third one will be question bank libraries on the internet. Reading PYQ is highly important if you are preparing for any of the competitive exam. Fourth one is peer learning communities on the internet. Peer learning community, we know it, PLC also. This one is enough for this day. The fifth one, the day 5 is mining gold from www. Good one. We do not have any video this day. The question of the day is, okay, dress rehearsal, house presentations. Yeah, this one I told you. Problem solving, finding the basic study resources for current year, concept resources on the internet. These things you will be having a discussion over it, okay? Day 5, the question of the day is, you are supposed to identify one piece of information that you came across that you believe would benefit their classmates. Okay, so you would have noticed that most of the exams, they evaluate similar skills and attributes, but their approach and assessment system, they differ. The difference between a good website from an average one is the effort the author puts in to bring you unique perspective. In your search for content and solution, your endeavor should be to find websites that cater to your needs. Then presentation of the research work will be there. Okay. After the presentation, whole class discussion will go on. The questions will be like that. Is there a particular period of the year when entrance exams are held, or are they dispersed throughout the year? Are there any common skills that are assessed in these competitive skills, in this competitive exams? Is negative marking a common feature amongst the examination? Are there reservations that students can benefit them? What is the duration of the exam? Are group discussion a common feature in the selection process, like this? Okay, then there will be a whole class discussion. After that, nothing more in this lesson. Okay, fine. I hope you got it. Day 6, it will be the last day of this module, that is Chalk the Talk contest. And there is no video in this day, as I told you previously also. I already told you 20 marks will be there for skit and 20 marks will be there for the checklist. Whatever research you have done in the last 5 days. Facilitator resource checklist evaluation tool. So whatever questions I told you, like what competitive exam do you need to take to pursue the career of your choice. So 1 point you will get if a student has mentioned the name of the exam they intend to sit for. The question is that when are these exams usually held? So you will get 1 point if you written the identified month of the year on that time the exam is held. Like if we talk about UPSC, the prelims happens on June month. We all know it. So if you have mentioned that, you will get 1 point. The question is what are the various components of the evaluation? You will get 2 points if you have listed all the categories that will be evaluated, be it written, oral, physical, emotional. Or you will get 1 point if you have listed some categories but not all the categories. Like this, there will be a checklist. As per that, you will get the marks. Nothing more. I don't think so that I have to tell you everything from this one. Your facilitator will explain you very well, don't worry. Yeah, we are done, I think, with this module. Let me see if we have left anything. Yeah, I told you that once you will be done with this module, there will be a lesson that is opportunity to work as a rural facilitator. इसकी वीडियो पिन कमेंट में मिल जाएगी. इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. The objective of the day will be that you will gain an overview of the FEA rural program. You will somehow step out of your comfort zone and meaningfully contribute towards the life of rural youth. You will understand how helping others it can also help them build important social and professional skills. थोड़ी वीडियोस तुम लोग देखोगे रूरल क्लासरूम्स की, ट्रेनिंग हॉल की. आफ्टर दैट questions facilitator can ask, that is, in what ways have you changed throughout your FEA journey? क्या changes आपके अंदर आए throughout your FEA journey? What does having graduated from FEA mean to you and your family? ठीक है. then why do you think that FEA started this rural program? थोड़ी वीडियोस देखोगे एंड रूरल प्रोग्राम की जो वीडियोस होंगी ना वो मोस्टली हिंदी में होंगी. ठीक है. तो द फैसिलिटेटर कैन आस्क दैट व्हाई वाज द वीडियो इन हिंदी. Another question is, how do you think rural students they will get benefit from the FEA rural program? Then there will be two scenarios the facilitator will ask. The scenario one is, Ramesh lives in Balia, a village in Uttar Pradesh. He wants to work as a salesperson and support his family financially. One day he comes across a job advertisement in a newspaper. The company is looking for a confident salesperson who can communicate in English. Ramesh really wants this job. However, he has never faced an interview before. He is not sure how to learn English in the village. Ramesh calls you for the advice. Think, why would you recommend the FEA rural program to Ramesh? जब आप वीडियोस देखोगे आपके मन में ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी आएंगी. ठीक है. FEA की मैंने भी एक प्लेलिस्ट बनाई है जिसमें ये सारी वीडियोस अवेलेबल है. ट्रेनिंग हॉल की भी वीडियो वहाँ पे अवेलेबल है. रूरल क्लासरूम्स की वीडियोस भी वहाँ पे अवेलेबल है. तो FEA की प्लेलिस्ट का लिंक भी आई विल ड्रॉप डाउन इन द पिन कमेंट, तो वहाँ से देख लेना. Scenario 2, it is Pawan is planning to open a rations shop in Aurangabad, a village in Bihar. He wants to learn computer skills so that he can keep a record of the inventory and can work efficiently. He is not sure how to begin. So you are supposed to advise Pawan on joining rural program in the village. ठीक है. Then nothing more. How to be a रूरल फैसिलिटेटर, ये सब चीज़ें ही हैं. थोड़े पॉइंट्स है, की पॉइंट्स है दैट FEA इज़ एक्टिवली हायरिंग FEA अर्बन ग्रेजुएट्स एज रूरल फैसिलिटेटर. सो बहुत ही एक्टिवली हायर कर रहा है FEA अर्बन ग्रेजुएट्स को एज अ रूरल फैसिलिटेटर. आपको कॉलेज का ग्रेजुएट होना ही पड़ेगा. एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया, कितने आपको पैसे मिलेंगे, लाइक अमाउंट, मनी, सैलरी, एवरीथिंग आई टोल्ड यू इन द प्रीवियस वीडियो, तो वाली वीडियो देख लेना. Nothing more, I think. We are done with it. Yeah, we are done with this module. Thank you so much for being here with me for 28 consecutive minutes. I hope to see you in the another video by the time. Thank you so much for all the love, for all the support, for all the beautiful comments you are writing in the comment section. Thank you once again.